You say two are your friends, but they do not shoot you.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
didn't
odd.
understand.
A probation violation brings this defendant back into court after she failed to report to her supervision officer for months. What begins as a routine hearing quickly turns serious when the judge starts questioning the story behind the violation.
2022 CR 10343, State of Texas versus Alisa Marie Herrera. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense.
Lindsay Shaw for Ms. Herrera.
And are you Ms. Herrera?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Alisa Marie Herrera who's placed on community supervision in cause number 2022 CR 10343 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on December 20th, 2022 for a term of 8 years? Is that you? All right, I'm gonna need you to make sure you speak up.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
State.
Violated condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Alisa Marie Herrera, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January, February, March, and April 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
It's true.
Your Honor, our state waives all the violations.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 8 years in prison and up to $1,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Your Honor, there's not. The state's going to recommend 4 years TDC.
And Judge, I'll first start off by saying Ms. Herrera has written a letter to Your Honor. She wanted Your Honor to read that letter. And
Any
then,
objection to the court reading the letter?
No, Your Honor.
All right, just give me a moment. Okay, I have read the letter.
so Judge, Ms. Herrera comes here today, not with excuses. She understands that it's a mistake to not have reported. But she has explanations. She'll tell the court that she has been gainfully employed for 7 months. She's a waitress at the Cameron Calado Seafood and Grill. She has a 3-month-old daughter with her husband. And she also recently learned through her husband's brother that her husband has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. And again, back to, she understands there's no excuse for why she didn't report. However, she explained to me that a month before she began this probation in September of 22, she was present in a house where 2 of her friends were murdered in front of her. I think the charges as far as what happened with whoever did that to her friends has gone unresolved. But because of that, she suffers from PTSD, and that was a reason why she struggled to report to probation, why she struggled to do what she's supposed to do. She's tried to better herself by having gainful employment. She's had a daughter, and she's just asking this court to give her another chance at some form of terms of probation that would allow her to be released from prison or from jail and do some sort of, what we're asking is for outpatient treatment with whatever kind of conditions and classes the court would want to order her to do. She's made it abundantly clear to me that she would be willing to have a GPS monitor. And she would like a chance to prove to this court that even though she's made mistakes by not reporting, she would like a second chance to get out of jail, be with her 3-month-old daughter, and be supportive of her husband.
All right.
So we're asking that you deny the state's motion and give her an opportunity to have some form of outpatient treatment with whatever classes the court feels is appropriate.
All right. I have some questions. Can you raise your right hand?
Yes,
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. So during this time frame where you said you were in a house and your friends were murdered,
Yes, ma'am.
was your daughter born?
No.
So you were pregnant?
Yes,
All right.
that's why I got the PTSD. It made me more crazier because we were just hanging out and it happened right there at the Washington Courts Hotel. I was visiting my friend. His name's Robbie Jackson, and they came and knocked on his door after we were just eating, and they literally just shot him right in front of me. He died in my arms
Why were you at that hotel?
because I was visiting him.
And where was your husband?
My husband wasn't here at that time. He was in Washington. He's from Washington, D.C.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
So how often were you using while you were not reporting?
I wasn't using that.
I find that hard to believe. And let me just tell you why I find that hard to believe. And I'm going to tell you something right now.
Yes, ma'am.
The whole outpatient thing, I'm not going to allow that if I continue you, because I had already tried intensive outpatient treatment with you.
Yes, ma'am.
What have you done on probation that would warrant me continuing you on probation? Have you done anything?
No, ma'am.
Why
That's
not?
I'm asking for reinstatement
No. Why have you done nothing?
because it messed me up so to the point where I didn't even want to come outside my house.
When did this happen?
It happened in September 29th of last year,
All right.
before
So,
my probation,
all right.
right before I got on it. Yes, ma'am.
So why didn't you say anything to probation that you have, this issue going on? Because in this court,
Yes, ma'am.
your attorney will tell you, the state will tell you. I always ask people, what is it you need? Do you need anything?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said nothing, because if you would have said something, we would have done something.
Yes, ma'am. It's because they made it seem like it was a robbery gone wrong. And to this day, they haven't found the person that had.
No,
killed him.
I'm
And
talking, what does that have to
It
do?
just messed me up. I'm sorry.
No, but why didn't you
I know it was.
tell us that? I mean, we don't have crystal balls. We can't read
No, I know. I understand.
and discover what's going on in people's life.
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
Any questions?
None for the state.
Probation,
Yes, Your Honor.
what are you recommending? It is Alisa Marie Herrera.
We considered one new charges with preparation.
We would recommend felony drug court with SATIF. You could do a felony drug court referral and then SATIF 120 to 180 days, followed by the aftercare.
All right. So here are your choices.
Okay.
I think you have a drug problem. I know you have a drug problem because I wouldn't have ordered what I ordered if you did not have a drug problem. We have a 3-month-old involved. And I have to look at things globally, state. And if I were to send her to prison for 4 years, she will be out. That 3-year-old would still be in a vulnerable state because the 3-year-old would at most maybe be 2 or 3 years old. Having someone who has a drug problem, who now is telling me she has mental health problems as well, looking at after the child, and being around people who would be in a situation, which I'm not blaming the complainant,
Yes, ma'am.
but it's odd that you're at a hotel with some friends. The father of your child is from Washington. Somebody just knocks on a hotel room door and comes in and shoots. You say 2 of your friends, but they do not shoot you.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
didn't
odd.
understand either.
No, that
Right.
means that there may be something else going on that should not have been going on at the hotel. Your friends, are they from San Antonio?
Yes, ma'am. It happened right there at the Washington courts on
So-
Commerce, West Commerce.
That's what I'm saying. You have 2 friends who are from San Antonio who are at a hotel. You're at a hotel with them.
Yes.
Somebody knocks on the door and they kill your 2 friends, but they do nothing with you.
How do you think I saw?
No, I mean, I want you to
No,
see
I
where I'm going with this.
understand. No, I don't get it. either
Here's
at
the
all.
thing. That means that there was something going on at that hotel room, possibly, that should not be going on. Because there's no way somebody's knocking at a door
I
of a
don't know.
hotel room where your two friends who are from San Antonio are living at the hotel and you're visiting them, there's something else going on. And I'm not going to do a lot of unpacking of that situation. I could, but I'm not, because maybe there's a pending case somewhere. So I'll deny the motion. I'm finding violation of condition number 4 true. I'm going to alter and amend conditions to include a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, then probation. We can try SATF. And if SATF doesn't accept her, she's going to safety. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. So that includes your 3-month-old. You're going to need to make sure that there is somebody there who is responsible. And you're supposed to be residing with your mother.
Yes, ma'am. My mom lives right there in Athens, Texas. That's why. So I moved over here to San Antonio, Texas.
She's to reside with her mother when she leaves here. You're going to be residing with your mother if your mother allows it.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
And if you would have been in Athens, Texas, like you were supposed to be, you probably wouldn't have been in this situation. Your mother has rules for you. You need to follow those. Do you understand?
Yes.
And we're going to order parenting classes. Ms. Abrams, is there anything else she needs? Do we need to do GPS upon release?
I would put off on the yes until we get the referral, and if she's not accepted, then I would hold off on.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you need from this court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right. And Bashan, go ahead and do a mental health evaluation as well. All right. From here on out, you better start doing better. Otherwise, you're looking at 8 years in prison and your child will see you when they're 8. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you. Court is calling 2023 CR 7339, State of Texas versus Nicholas Corpus. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Zach Dunn for the state.
Defense?
Linda Corley.
Are you Nicholas Corpus?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor. I have signed a discovery acknowledgement and I've received everything on the attached index and I'm not aware of any outstanding discovery.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Corpus, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Mr. Corpus, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you
Yes.
sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're charged with assault, family choking, strangulation. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe he is, Judge.
Mr. Corpus, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 7 years. State is silent on your application. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, no contact with Brittany Flores. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes. Your Honor.
Defense,
Yes, Your Honor.
state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
There have not, Judge.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
State offer states one and all attachments, Your Honor.
No objections, Judge.
Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent. Oh, you may continue to confer. If you have.
Thank you,
yes.
Judge. I appreciate it.
No problem. Showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Judge, may I?
Yes.
We have talked with the prosecutor about this. We are not stipulating to the true and correctness of any of the documents or allegations or any of the observations of the officers.
Okay.
And we've marked that out.
Yes.
Okay.
So did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. I
Court
understand.
will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Is there something specifically you would like me to see in a PSI, or is the review of his criminal history and maybe testimony from the complainant if the complainant chooses to come?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Well, because otherwise the setting for the PSI is going to be a late date,
It'll be December 7th.
will be December.
Okay.
Or if you all want to, if you all provide me with his criminal history. And of course, any other statements that you want the court to review. And if the complainant wants to come in and testify, we could do it sooner.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have some witnesses, Judge, 2 to
Okay.
3 witnesses, but we're happy to have this earlier setting if the court has time.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Can you set this? They're going to have witnesses and state if you want to bring the complainant in, you can bring the complainant in.
Yes.
But I am going to need his criminal history, so I'll know what's going on there.
Okay, and state can provide that, is that correct?
Yes. Yes. But she said she's going to have witnesses.
Probably 2 to 3 witnesses. Mhm.
No, 2 to 3 witnesses.
Oh, I thought that's what she said.
Yeah.
You have better hearing than I do, Judge.
Oh, my allergy ear is hearing well today.
Can do November 2nd or 9th.
All right, we can do it on my birthday or we can do it on the night.
Which one will you be happier on, Judge? That's the
I'm
day. I
always,
pick.
yeah, I'm always happy. So, but Sean, tell her I'm always happy.
Always happy.
December 7th. Okay, December 7th.
Yes.
December 7th, Judge.
No, it's November 2nd or either November 9th.
Oh, November 9th. November 9th. Judge, we may have some issues with witnesses, just being able to get off.
All right,
That court date.
stated, will you object to their witnesses appearing by Zoom if needed?
No, Your Honor.
They're just business owners, Judge, and so we just don't know about the scheduling. He said probably the December 7th date would be easier for him to make sure that everybody could make arrangements to be available.
All right, if I set this for December 7th, there's not going to be any resets for witnesses. You understand? All right, Ms. Ferguson, put it on December 7th. And Bashan, there'll be a PSI and TAP evaluation, and it's on Nicholas Corpus.
And I'm sorry, Judge, you said December 7th?
Yes, ma'am.
7th.
December 7th.
All right.
And Judge, on that date, I'd just like to confirm with my client one more time if it's changing. Can I reapproach?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. 2022 CR 4500, State of Texas versus Rodrigo, Rojas. And both parties have agreed the PSI report, and there are no objections to the PSI report. State, do you have any witnesses?
No witnesses, just argument.
Defense, any witnesses?
None, Your Honor, other than client judge.
Oh, all right. If you could have him raise his right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record, please.
Rodrigo Rojas.
All right, defense.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Rojas. So this morning, we are before this judge, and you understand that the plea agreement was 5 years imposed on your application for deferred adjudication and probation. Is that correct? Is there anything that you would like to tell the judge before he likely to grant you probation?
Yes, sir. I never, since I've been incarcerated, 90 days is the longest I've been incarcerated. Give me time to reflect on my mistakes, you know. I feel bad about it, apologize, you know, I take full responsibility. But I learn more to God.
I'm sorry, I can't hear the last part. What did you say?
I'm mourning to God. I go to prayer calls, you know, change, you know, I made a mistake, and I wasn't my place. I wasn't drugs, you know, drinking, smoking. You grab me probation. I will comply and obey our conditions. Go back to my loved ones. You know.
I also wanted to ask you, Mr. Rojas, prior to the commission of this offense, that you're before the judge, and even after that, you mentioned that you were in a bad place. You were on drugs, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Has any court at any time in your adult life, have they ever given you any type of rehabilitation programs or anything that you've done?
No, sir.
Are you asking this court for help?
Yes.
And are you asking this court to place you in classes and programs that could assist you in dealing with that substance abuse problem that you have?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And prior to this arrest, have you ever been convicted before of any other charges?
No, sir.
And if the court will order you to do classes, or you motivated to do all of the classes that they ask you to do?
Yes, sir. I will.
You're asking the court to grant you either deferred adjudication or regular probation. But you're asking the court.
Yes, yes.
I absolutely.
State.
Good morning, Mr. Rojas. On August 7th, 2021, you were arrested for terroristic threat, family, household. Who was the victim on that case?
Selena.
Selena Morales,
Selena.
the same victim on this case. Okay, and you were also arrested for resisting arrest, transport on that date. Is
Yes,
that
it's the
correct?
same day.
Okay. And then again in October, the date of this offense, you were arrested for violation bond protective order against the same victim. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And interfering with emergency telephone call. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So you were
Please
able
whisper.
to comply with your bond conditions. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And then again, after this offense, in June, you were arrested for violation bond protective order, assault, and continuous violence against a family member. Who was the victim in that case?
Selena. Okay, Morales.
All right. So again, you weren't able to comply with your bond conditions. Okay. So you have 6 different open cases right now. Is that correct?
Yes, things.
You think you'd be a good candidate for probation?
All right, any other follow-up questions?
Yes, I do, Judge. With respect to the complaining witness, she was living with you at the time, is that correct?
Yes,
And
Just 1 second, excuse me, Mr. Chair. You all are right behind the court reporter. So if you all could keep it down a little bit. Yes,
and this complainant was living with you at your mom's house.
yes,
And since you're in incarceration, the complainant has since moved on.
yes,
And do you and the complainant have any biological children?
no,
Have you had any contact with her? You know that you're not supposed to have no contact at all.
yeah, no,
Has she moved on?
move on.
Have you moved on?
I move on. Right?
I have no further questions.
any follow-up?
No other questions?
All right, I have a question.
Okay.
Because your attorney mentioned that you were not given any help for your drug issues. But I see as a part of your conditions of bond, it's random testing. And they would offer you drug help. So if you had a drug problem, why didn't you ask for it from them?
Well, I didn't know. No.
What do you mean you didn't know? You were on you were on bond.
I don't know. I could ask for help on. Not sure.
And you're talking about getting back to your loved ones. Who are your loved ones?
Brother, my mom and dad, my sisters, my nephews.
So why didn't you do what was asked of you while you were on bond?
I was hanging with the wrong people.
No, here's the thing. Let me tell you about who wrong people are.
Yes.
If somebody else was standing before me in your shoes, they would say they were hanging around with the wrong people. That's why they were picking up these cases. And I would say, who are those wrong people? And you know who they would tell me? Rodrigo, Rojas. You're the wrong person. And I heard you say you made mistakes. You didn't make any mistake. You made choices. So I'm reading the PSI report and I read the stipulations, and in the stipulations, it said she couldn't call the police because you took her phone. So why did you take her phone?
Well, I was drinking. I didn't want to go to jail. Man.
And why did you slap her?
Yeah, I know. We were arguing, and because she started slapping me, slapped her. No.
No, the officers got there and they said that she had marks on her face and that you wouldn't allow her to use the phone to call the police. The police showed up the first time and she couldn't get to gate to let them in. And they said you're drinking and taking shots, but no drugs. That's what you told the PSI officer. So what, are you just a mean drunk? So you made bad choices, not mistakes.
Yeah, but
You know what a mistake is? Let me give you an example of a mistake. It's raining outside. I know it's raining outside. I bring my umbrella. I come to court. I sit next to somebody in court. They have a black umbrella. I have a black umbrella. I finish my business for the day. I leave the courtroom. I take my black umbrella. I go outside. I open it up. And on the inside, my initials are not there. That's a mistake. I thought I was getting my umbrella. Here's a choice. I didn't check the weather. My mom didn't call me and say, hey, it's supposed to rain in San Antonio. And I come to court and attorneys come in, they have their umbrellas, and I figure, heck, it's raining outside and I don't have an umbrella. And then, you know what I do? I'm leaving. I just grab an umbrella and I walk out. That was a choice. I know that's not my umbrella. So you haven't been making mistakes. You've been making bad choices, and they're horrendous choices. And you need to be at a place where you can sit down and think about the bad choices you've made. You understand? All right. This is what the court is going to do.
Judge,
Yes.
I would like to, on his behalf, to offer something to this court, Judge.
Yes.
Judge, the reason that those bad choices were made, Mr. Rojas did testify that he was in a bad place, Judge. The root of the problem here, Judge, is that he has had a drug addiction. He has never really availed himself of any type of outpatient, rehabilitation program. He was in a very bad place. Judge. He's not a bad person. He does need help. At the time of the commission of all of this offenses, he was on drugs. And if anything comes out of this case, Judge, I would like for him to at least get some help that he can learn from this to attack the root of the problem, which is the illness that he has, which is the addiction to the drugs. I don't think that sentencing him to prison will solve that, Judge. I think either an inpatient or an outpatient program would be a lot more beneficial.
Okay. All right. Mr. Hasso, I'm going to deny your application. I am going to send you to prison. Would you like the therapeutic community? It will help you with any drug issues. Whether or not they accept you or not is completely up to you volunteering for the program and them accepting you in the program. But if you don't volunteer for it, they're not going to accept you. Do you understand? So would you like that? All right. So I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, a $1,500 fine, time and money run concurrent. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Selena Morales. Take in consideration night mag number 664323, 664328, county court cause number 6707553, 666927, 666926, grand jury number 754238 in the therapeutic community. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement and actually I've given you something less than you bargained for. And because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? Because this is a felony conviction and also an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand? If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you, Mr. Hasos. Court is calling 2020 CR 9608, State of Texas versus Ubaldo Garcia. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Michael Villariapo, state.
For the defense?
Patrick Thomas from Mr. Garcia.
And are you Mr. Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to show you a document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Ubaldo Garcia who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 9608 for the offense of assault family second offense on February 10th, 2021 for a period of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 5 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Ubaldo Garcia, defendant there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of April, May, and June of 2022 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? State.
And the state would waive and abandon the remaining allegations.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. The agreement is to deny the motion and alter and amend conditions of probation to include 60 days of weekly reporting and 3 months of the UA hotline.
All right, is that the agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Garcia, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Correct.
All right, Mr. Garcia, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give would be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, and I'm gonna need you to speak up. All right, why are you not reporting?
Lost my job. Yeah, just lost my job.
I don't understand how losing your job equates to not reporting. It seems you would have more time to report.
Had a broken phone, didn't communicate, didn't show up.
Who is in your life other than Do you have children? Do you have family?
No family.
So how did you spend your time?
Basically take care of my mom. My mom's legally blind.
I'm sorry, what?
My mother's legally blind.
Mhm.
So
So you were doing that, but you were not reporting. So here's the thing. I can revoke you, and if I revoke you, I'll give you 3 years. Or if you want to continue on probation, I'm going to do the UA hotline. And it's going to be you're reporting more than they're requesting. So which would you rather do? I can't hear you.
I'll do the reporting.
All right. So is your mom being has your mom been given money from the government since she is legally blind? Is she receiving SSI or something?
She gets my stepdad's pension.
All right. So where do you work?
I was working at a restaurant.
So why don't you have your job? And here's the thing, that mask is not working because you don't have it on your nose, so you can pull it down so I can hear.
Working till 2 a.m, so I was kind of not getting home till like 3 or 4 a.m. So it became a problem.
So you quit.
Basically,
So why are you saying you lost your job when you didn't lose your job, you quit?
I just couldn't.
No, that's not my question. You came before me and you said the reason why you were not reporting is because you lost your job.
Well,
So you didn't lose your job, you quit.
Well, it had something to do with that. Because
No.
I didn't have a vehicle.
Time out. You were dishonest with me. I asked you why you were not reporting, and your answer to me was because you lost your job. Do you want the court reporter to read that back? So now I find out that you didn't lose your job, you quit.
Well, basically,
No, there's no basically. Either you quit.
I left the job.
All right, so you quit.
Yes, ma'am.
And now you're dependent on your support from a check your mom gets. Well, how are you supporting yourself?
Well, that's not the thing. I did want to get a job.
You're playing word salad with me and I don't like it. So here's my question for you. You don't work, you quit your job. Your mom is receiving a check from your stepfather. How are you supporting yourself?
I'm not supporting myself at the moment.
No, there's a way you're supporting yourself. Were you eating at your mom's house?
Yes.
All right. So that food came from a check that's meant for her. Were you living with your mom?
Yes, ma'am.
So that roof is based upon a check that your mom is receiving that's meant for her, not you.
Okay.
Were you taking showers and baths there?
Yes, ma'am.
So that water usage is being paid for her through a check that she receives. So why are you being dishonest with me? I can't hear a word you're saying.
I don't want to be dishonest with you.
Okay, Sam, why are you being dishonest in your answers to the court?
I'm nervous.
So you are dishonest when you're nervous? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I didn't mean to come off that way with you.
No, you were being dishonest to the court
I apologize.
because you said you lost your job and you didn't lose it, you quit. So I have before me a person who's not doing their UAs, not reporting and being dishonest. That's a problem because that tells me that you're probably in your addictions. So the state has already said that they want to continue. I'm inclined to do that, but I need to know more about you. So you need to be 100% honest with me. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
So what is your drug of choice and when's the last time you used it before being taken into custody?
Marijuana.
No, it's more than marijuana. What else? What have you used other than marijuana?
Crack.
I'm sorry?
Crack.
All right. When's the last time you used crack? And here's the thing, Mr. Garcia, everybody who comes before the court, even myself, we're all works in progress. And hopefully we make progress in our life and we don't end up in the same place we started in.
Correct.
Even babies can't walk, can't talk. Hopefully they make progress where ultimately they can walk and talk and tell you their needs. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm trying to figure out from you where you are in the process of your life. And hopefully you will improve your life and be somewhere, in a better place. So in order for that to happen, you've got to be honest with me. So marijuana, crack, what else? Anything else?
That's it.
All right. So when's the last time you used crack?
I'm on.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I want him referred to felony drug court, and that's going to be while he's in custody. There's going to be proof of employment within 30 days of release. There is no employment as a home health care provider with minors. And who's been with your mom while you've been in custody? I'm sorry?
An older brother.
Yes, you're not going to be taking care of your mom anymore because you're not in a shape where she can rely upon you. You understand?
Yes.
There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors or the elderly. There's going to be the UA hotline, and that's going to be once a week. And there is going to be weekly reporting by Zoom or in person. Two times per month until further notice. And the UA hotline is until further notice as well. And I'm going to want field visits 2 times per month, random. Sorry, probation.
Your Honor, I believe I heard you say weekly reporting on Zoom or in person, but then you said 2 times a month. Can you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I made a mistake on that. Yes, weekly reporting by Zoom or in person.
Okay.
All right.
Or,
Until further notice.
Okay.
And I'm going to want a TAP evaluation. If he's not accepted into felony drug court, then I'm going to want him in intensive outpatient treatment.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? Okay. Mr. Garcia, here's the thing. You're on deferred adjudication out of this court. You are looking at the potential of 10 years in prison if you are not successful. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you.
After reviewing the violent history and repeated violations, the judge denies probation and sentences him to 4 years in prison. The court also orders no contact with the victim and recommends a therapeutic drug program while incarcerated. For more real courtroom moments and judicial decisions, like, share, and subscribe.
2022 CR 5306, State of Texas versus Mary Shepard. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ryan Grimmer for the state of Texas.
For the defense? And are you Miss Shepard?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Miss Shepard, it goes without saying you're not dressed appropriately for court.
I'm so sorry.
All right, that's okay. I always tell people everything is a learning process. If you know better, you can do better.
And I kind of knew, but I kept a friend of my mom's last night, and I had court this morning, and I didn't have anything else to wear, and she was.
Okay. All right, so you know,
I apologize.
no problem. So next time, I always tell people I'm not expecting fancy dress. They don't have to be suit and ties unless.
But I figured I'd show
Yeah.
up. I better show up anyway. Everybody.
No, that's good. All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Discovery Acknowledged. Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, sir.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Shepard, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review it with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes,
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge, we are waiving the repeat enhancement allegation.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand, if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, sir.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Shepherd, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Did you understand that the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a $1,500 fine probated. State recommends deferred adjudication. They will take in consideration 2022 CR 5672. There's to be no contact with Lola, Lola Lewis, and Otto, Hotto Harrison. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor, just one thing that we're gonna ask the court with the Lola, that's actually the sister, and we're gonna have to go home for there's contact with her, or there are sisters in the communication.
I have no reason to disbelieve what Mr. Cox is saying. We have not spoken to the sister recently to confirm that one way or another, but I did tell him I would let him ask you because it sounds like maybe they've reconciled since the thing happened.
Okay. And when was Lola born?
She was born in 59.
All right. She's probably named after Lola Falana.
Yes, she is actually.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Ryan is too young. He's like,
So much with that name is really.
all right. Is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Judge.
Next, and Brenda, you're too young for that as well, right? Oh, my goodness.
Broadway star and singer and actress.
Yeah. I'm showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Counselor, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and 100 hours community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
Yes, Judge. State would offer State's Exhibit number 1.
Okay.
Ms. Shepherd, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call on the right to remain silent?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding the guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing? Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
I want to say to approve the plea bargain.
All right, what is going on in your life, Miss Shepherd, that you're taking your sister's car? I mean, I read in the police report that your sister was sick at the time She gave you permission to go to the grocery store to pick up groceries, probably soup and some Jell-O and popsicles for her if she's sick. And then you come back and then you take a car again without her permission. And then she's calling you to bring her car back, and you're like, I'm down the street, I'll be right back. And then you don't come back. What are you doing? What's up wrong with your life?
Well, she left out the fact that she sent me up there to pick my mom's ashes by myself. And I just.
No, don't. Here's the thing. Mm-mm.
I know it's wrong, but I just was upset.
No.
We were arguing, and I son and I was coming, and then I was sitting down there, and we kept arguing on the phone.
Here's the thing.
Until
Your sister, wait, stop. Your sister is ill. The fact that she's not helping you with her mom's ashes, she's ill. And what I find is that some people cry when they've lost someone, but then when people take it over the top, you know the reason why they're taking it over top? Because they're guilty about something. Maybe they didn't do what they thought they should have done when the person was alive. Well, you know what? You got to get over it, because guess what? The person is no longer alive. And whatever you didn't say and you should have said, you can pray or whatever higher power you believe in, and hopefully it reaches your relative. But I guarantee you, the relative who passed is enjoying their afterlife, and you can't undo what you did do and what you didn't do. So, are there drug issues with you? If you say not no more. What does that mean? What? Taking what? When's the last time you used? All right. So why are you driving around with your mom's ashes and you on crack?
I took the ashes.
We'll do it real quick.
I took the ashes back to the house. And then I don't know. I was just sitting there reading the books, and I just got mad. And then I didn't want to come back when I was getting high, so I wanted to keep the car. So when I would come down, I was going to take her car back, which I did. I went back and put gas in it. I was on my way back home. I just wanted to come down.
I've never known anyone who's in their addictions with crack cocaine or anything decide to take a car and then fill it up with gas and bring it back.
He was at the gas station. That's where they stopped me.
All right.
I know it's crazy, but that's what I did.
Are you employed?
No, ma'am.
How are you supporting yourself?
Actually, I just came from ITP. I just put it down. I got an interview with.
So how you been taking care of yourself? That's my question.
I've been staying at ITP, and I've just been going and helping this Miss Hathaway and helping her at the house, and she paid me, and then we stayed there, and I couldn't pay for it.
What, are you a home health care provider?
Yes, ma'am.
Not anymore. I don't allow that. You're gonna have to get a job.
Yes, ma'am. I do. I have an interview with Dr. under the weather. Tell me one second.
Okay, well, let me just tell you, I don't allow people who are on probation out of this court to be home health care providers. So you're not going to be doing that. The fact that you took your sister's ID and medication, no, you cannot be a home health care provider. So, do you have any children?
They're grown.
All right. This is what the court is doing. 2 years deferred adjudication, $1,500 fine probated. Take in consideration 2022 CR 5672. There's to be no contact with Otto Harrison. All right, and Mr. Cox, have you spoken to Miss Lewis?
I have.
All right, so do we even know if she wants to have contact with her sister?
It's based on representation.
I'm going to do no contact. Sometimes, once you're on probation for about 3 months, then the court will reconsider. But I can't have people who are enablers for people. Like her sister never should have let her take the car to first place, even though she was ill and she was just supposed to go to the grocery store. So there's going to be no contact with Otto Harrison and no contact with Lola. You know what I'll say? I'll say no in-person contact with Lola Lewis. You can call on the phone, but you're not allowed to have face-to-face contact until further notice. So y'all can call on the phone and you can FaceTime her. You just can't contact her in person. There's going to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits 2 times per month. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation. And if the TAP evaluation recommends inpatient treatment, we'll start off with outpatient treatment. And I'm going to want a referral to felony drug court. So if felony drug court accepts her, that's where you'll be for 2 years.
Okay.
100 hours of community service restitution, 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get COVID vaccination, but if you do, you'll receive 40 hours credit. There's to be regular reporting to probation by Zoom or in person, and regular UAs. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
Your Honor, if the staff eval says in person, I mean, in residential, said.
Intensive outpatient treatment.
Thank you.
But I want her referred to felony drug court first.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you know what? We'll do field visits 2 times per month until further notice. Is there anything else you need from the court? Does that cover it? Yep. And I'll recall the warrant.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. You got to do better. You know, because your mom is no longer with you. The only family you have is, you know, your sisters and everything. So here's the thing. With your sisters, y'all supposed to be sticking together, looking out for each other. All right. Okay, good luck to you. Calling 2021 CR 8420, State of Texas versus Leticia Solis. Could I have parties approach and announce for the record for the state,
U.S. Court, State of Texas.
for the defense? And are you Leticia Solis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Solis, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
I did, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
I did, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Ms. Solis, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with theft under $2,500 enhanced? That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
I did, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
I did, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her? Do
Yes, Your Honor.
you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Solis, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
I have, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial, showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, there's a $0 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's restitution of $1,800 to Investments LLC. Did you understand that to be the plea?
I did, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
I did, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions? Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. Every 120 hours of community service restitution and no contact with Investments LLC. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
I did, Your Honor.
I'm sorry. Did you understand that that's outside the plea bargain agreement
Yes,
and that the court does not have to follow that agreement?
I do agree.
All right. Then to the offenses charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence.
Your Honor, the state moves to admit what's been marked as State's Exhibit 1 into evidence and all attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
Ms. Alisa, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
I did, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments. Court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, sir.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just Your Honor, we have support to effectively follow the plea bargain agreement, Judge. Originally, we were trying to come up with restitution for a dismissal in this case. My client has had several financial hardships. This offense date is back from in 2018, Judge. She has done immensely since then, Judge. She was employed with Midwest Energy Group from 2019 to 2021. She's done a year and a half of college. She was enrolled to and about to graduate as a journeyman electrician before she was incarcerated on this warrant, Judge. So we're just respectfully requesting that you follow the plea bargain.
All right, where are you going to be living?
At my mother's house.
Does she want you there?
Yes.
Have you asked?
No, I haven't.
See, why do people think that their parents want them at their home without asking? Oh, is that your mom behind you?
Yes, it is.
Mom, do you want her at your house? Okay, let the record reflect that her mom is saying that she wants her at the house. Mom, I don't want to put anybody in your house unless you specifically tell me it's okay. Okay, all right. So thank goodness she's here because I would have been like, yeah, we got to call your mom. All right. So I'm going to sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication, restitution of $1,800 to Investments LLC, and no contact with Investments LLC. Proof of employment within 30 days. There should be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 120 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide the proof of a COVID vaccination. I'm not requiring that, but if you haven't, you can provide it to them and 40 hours will be deducted. You're to obtain your license if you're going to be a journeyman.
Yes.
Obtain your license, and if you provide that to probation, then the rest of your community service hours will be waived. I can say with the deferred adjudication, any occupation that requires a license, they will look at that. So I'm not saying you won't get your certificate or your license, but it may be a little bit difficult. So if you obtain her certificate or license, then waive the remaining of the community service hours. You're welcome. We're going to do regular UAs, regular reporting by Zoom or in person. And I'm going to help you out. I know what I'm about to do is going to seem very odd to you, but it's me trying to help you out. There's to be no check writing.
Yes, Your Honor.
For 6 months. My understanding, they have all these other apps, or you can go to the bank, get a cashier's check, but there's to be no check writing.
Right, no check writing.
All right, so no check writing for 6 months. There is to be field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. If there is no issues, then you can probation, you can cease the field visits. All right, is there anything else that you need from the court in order to be successful?
That's about it, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right.
Giving me this opportunity.
Oh, you're welcome. Probation, is there anything else?
So, yeah.
All right, and I'll recall the warrant if it's still active, which it appears to be because she's in custody. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
I did, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
I understand.
All right, good luck to you.
Final outcome. The judge grants Mary Shepard 2 years of deferred adjudication instead of an immediate conviction. But the conditions are strict: drug court referral, employment requirements, community service, monitoring, and a $1,500 fine. One violation could trigger a felony conviction and up to 2 years in state jail. If you found this courtroom breakdown insightful, hit like, share your thoughts below, and subscribe for more real courtroom analysis.